Oh yeah. This is going to be fun. So... Revenant's long-awaited rework has finally arrived in Apex Legends. Honestly, I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10 for gameplay purposes. Then again, that's not saying much when Revenant used to be absolute dog water in terms of gameplay, which used to consist of his silence, which barely did anything, and Death Totem. We don't talk about Death Totem. In all seriousness though, Revenant's rework for me has been so far an enjoyable experience. Revenant's rework has breathed new life into a dead and irrelevant character that was only ever used in certain heavy pushing metas like Revtane. So, Revenant pretty much decided to steal Octane's jump pad, slam it over his head like he was a Goomba in Mario, and decided to say, fuck it, I'm becoming the jump pad myself. Pair that up with an ultimate that buffs Revenant and extends itself on kills like Ballistic Tempest or Bloodhound's Beast of the Hunt, and you get the power fantasy that Revenant was always supposed to be. An unstoppable, bloodthirsty, and efficient killing machine that would, and probably will, tear through you faster than he did with Loba's parents. Well, that's enough on the introductions to new Revenant. What can he do? Well, stick with me, grab a drink, grab yourself a snack, and snuggle up while I sit here and explain what new Revenant can do.
Just try and escape.
Revenant's passive is relatively straightforward. Assassin's Instinct grants him his old passive being able to scale walls and move while crouched at increased speeds. It also allows him to scale walls at increased speeds and can scale much larger walls. However, this rework also granted him one extra effect, being that he is able to mark low health enemies if he was the one to reduce them to low health to him and his team. Basically, Revenant has wall hacks, but unlike a certain moth to the flame who shits in my cornflakes with his Q, Revenant must work for his wall hacks. The bright side of this, it saves you from the random solo Q Wraith who went down with push-to-talk, deep-throating his mic screaming, which, to be honest, is a nice after effect because of it. Revenant's tactical is Shadow Pounce, his main form of mobility that allows him to charge up a massive leap forward. Its distance and verticality depend on the amount of time spent charging up the pounce, and where you are looking when you let go. It has a cooldown of 25 seconds, which is halved in its ultimate, and it allows you to immediately go into a wall climb if you are aiming at a wall that can be climbed. Which is, honestly, really, really nice for quality of life. This is why I said Revenant became a jump pad. This ability feels really, really good to use. And the complete control you have over the ability makes it not only satisfying to use, but also addicting to use. Think of it like Pathfinder, except you don't have to worry about hitting stuff with your grapple. That sense of freedom and availability, and just the complete control you have over where you go and where you aim, makes this ability a 10 out of 10 in my book. Revenant's ultimate is Forged Shadows. This is where Revenant encases himself in hardened shadows which block damage and regenerate. Lasting 25 seconds, this ability does a couple of things to Revenant. The shadows he casts have 75 HP, which start regenerating when broken. They are also paused when he is shot at, if they are regenning. He gains immunity from most, if not all, slowing effects. I haven't really tested it properly, but I once got hit by a Bangalore roll and it didn't slow me. So, I'm just assuming off of logic here. It cuts the cooldown of his Q Shadow Pounce in half, and downing someone while in the ultimate will extend the ultimate, reset his shadows to full health, and reset Shadow Pounce's cooldown. Basically, the whole point behind this ultimate is to just go ape shit. With the cooldown resets and health refreshers and CC immunity to most, if not all types of slows, you can get proper stuck into a fight if you feel like fighting. And trust me, when you pop ult with this character, you will feel like fighting. Because from my own personal experience, it kind of feels like Reyna from Valorant in that sense. Just snowballing to such a massive degree that you feel like an absolute fucking god. It is great. However, the only downside to this would be having a hitbox the size of fucking Jupiter. Now that you know what Revenant does, go on out and enjoy him while he's available this season for free. Who knows? You might even enjoy him enough to main him. Anyway, this is a little bit different in comparison to what I do normally, so I hope everyone has enjoyed this somewhat educational video I decided to make. Anyway. Follow me on my socials. I do stuff sometimes when I get bored, and I'll see everyone around in the next video. This is Azura, signing out.